based on what just happened, Roman Reigns has been temporarily suspended.
WWE Superstars are larger-than-life athletes, but that doesn't mean they are above the set rules in WWE. From Triple H to Roman Reigns, several WWE Superstars faced the wrath of management for breaking certain rules of the company. I'm SoCal Val, and here are 5 WWE Superstars who were punished for real. Number 5, Matt Hardy gets fired. The real-life love triangle incident between Matt Hardy, Edge, and Lita is no new news to WWE fans. If you remember, following a feud with Kane in 2004, Hardy got sidelined with an injury for over a year. But what made the fans even more curious was that he removed all pictures of his then-girlfriend, WWE Hall of Famer Lita, from his website. Matt Hardy soon posted a detailed story of how Lita was having an affair with fellow WWE superstar Edge, and it went viral on the internet. While some fans were sympathetic towards Hardy being betrayed, WWE considered it unprofessional conduct and straight away released Hardy from his contract in April 2005. However, analyzing the fans' outrage, Hardy was rehired soon, and this love triangle was made into one of the most infamous storylines in WWE's history. Well, that's one way to move on. Number 4. Roman Reigns' suspension case. WWE's current greatest asset, Roman Reigns, has always had the reputation of being protected by the company. But even the tribal chief had to acknowledge his mistake and accept the punishment from the powers that be in 2016. After Money in the Bank 2016, WWE informed us that Roman Reigns had been found guilty of a wellness policy violation. Reigns immediately apologized to his fans on social media, but as per WWE rules, he was suspended from WWE for 30 days, just days after losing his WWE Championship. WWE could have swept it under the rug, but the decision to suspend Reigns instead set an example backstage that the rules are the same for everyone. It's also rumored that he was booked in an angle with Rusev for the US Championship following his return as a proverbial punishment, instead of feuding with Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Championship. Number 3. Titus O'Neil was almost released. No chance. That's what you've got, especially if you ever tried to cross the now ex-CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon. Titus O'Neil found this to be true very quickly after he seemingly tried to discipline Vince in good humor. One of the weirdest suspensions in WWE history took place after Daniel Bryan's retirement ceremony in 2016. After Bryan's farewell speech, Vince McMahon tried to follow Bryan to the back, but for some reason, Titus O'Neil pulled him back on live TV, presumably to let Stephanie leave first. You could immediately see that Vince was furious as he pulled himself away from Titus aggressively. It was rumored that he wanted to fire O'Neil on that very night, but Triple H and others had to talk him out of it. Instead, Titus received a 2-month suspension amidst severe social media outrage against WWE. Number 2, Triple H's game is paused. The curtain call really changed the business. After Scott Hall and Kevin Nash had signed with WCW in 1996, their last match took place at Madison Square Garden. After the Michaels Diesel main event, Scott Hall and Triple H came out and hugged it out in the middle of the ring in front of the fans in attendance. This breaking of kayfabe was a lot more serious back in the mid-90s than today, as people still felt wrestling was not at all scripted. With Hall and Nash already out, and Michaels literally being the main event star, Vince's wrath fell on Triple H. Hunter was reportedly set to win the 1996 King of the Ring, but plans were changed, and Stone Cold Steve Austin won instead, which resulted in the iconic Austin 316 moment. Triple H then lost to the Ultimate Warrior in under 2 minutes at WrestleMania 12 as well. Fast forward to 2022, 14-time world champion Triple H is now the head of creative in WWE. How times change. Number 1, Batista fined $100,000. The infamous incident took place in 2008. Chris Jericho and Batista faced off in a steel cage match on WWE Raw. This was still the early days of the new PG era of WWE, and blading was a big no. Batista seemed to disagree and bladed before the finish, and the scenario ended up being unsuitable for WWE's kid-friendly approach. As evident, Vince McMahon was furious, and both Chris Jericho and the referee Mike Chioda were fined $5,000 for their part in what had happened. The agent who put the match together, Dean Malenko, was also fined $5,000. For his part in what went down, Vince McMahon fined multi-time world champion Batista a whopping $100,000. Batista spoke about the incident years later in Talk is Jericho, saying, "I thought it would be like $25,000. When he said $100,000, I was just heartbroken." End quote. Within 2 years since the incident, Batista parted ways with WWE. And that's our list. For Sportskeeda Wrestling, I'm SoCal Val.